In this video, I will demonstrate about sampling error. In our daily life, we use sample to find out the scenario of our population to demonstrate something that may happen. For example, you may have been assigned to find out the average flight in a month or in 7 days or in 5 days from all the flights in a year or in a month or any specific date. That result will compare with the population mean to demonstrate whether they are similar or not. But all the time, the sampling may arise some differences, and these differences is called sampling error. And this definition says that sampling error is the difference between sample mean called statistics, because we use sample in case of statistics, and the difference between population mean called parameter. That means we can say sampling error is the difference between population mean and sampling mean. So here is a formula to calculate sampling mean and population mean, and the difference will be our sampling error. So sampling mean x bar equal to summation of x, that means total x divided by 9. Yeah, x bar is the sample mean, and x is the total sample selected for population. That means you have 100 or 1,000 or 20 or 30 flights, 30 days in a month. From the you have 30 days in a month, and from 30 days you select the a specific number of flight to find out sample mean of each flight. And this is the sample, and the number of samples selected. Sorry, it has to be small letter because it is sample size. So number of samples selected, and their average will be your sample mean. And population mean, to calculate population mean, represent mu, and here x is all values in a population. That means particular flight you have in a from total days or in a month. From the value of our flights will be the total x, and the number of n is the number of population, that means total flight. And the difference of x bar, that means this x bar, and sampling error equal to x bar minus mu will be the difference, that is sampling error, and it may be positive or negative. So whatever the result will be there, that will be our sampling error, and it can be anything. That means it can be positive or it may be negative. So sampling error in simple sense, we can say it is the difference between sample and population. So let's have a jump to practical example of calculating sampling error. We can use a code to calculate it. So to calculate sampling error, we have a formula. Now we will use some sample. For example, in 20 days, you have started your journey. For example, you introduce a bus in a road, and you have continued your journey for 20 days, and each day's passenger you have calculated here, that will be your population mean, and when you select some specific part, that will be your sample. So for example, you have introduced green Saint Martin, sorry, and the total number of seats is 28, and your passenger for 20 days will be per day Day 1 is 27. Day 2 is 25. Day 2 is 22. Day 3, 26. Day 4, 21. So day 5, 21 and 19. This is very sample that we are going to calculate. And it is studied. All of seats are prepared. Excellent. And now 23. Then 26. Then 24. Then 26 again. Then 22. And we can say 25. So we have sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Not to do this right now. Within the 2 days, 18. Because it's tremendous. And you may have also 12% this. Now today we have again 24. Now you have 16. You have 17. You have 28. So number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. So today we'll have what will be the return the fruit. That's another rule. That means in 20 days, past 20 days, we have this population. And so first of all, we have to now find out population mean. The population find the population mean. We have to use formula. That will be here. And now summation of x summation of x, that means x divided by capital N because it is population. So now we can find it out from here. So values of x, that means we have to add all the values from here to find out our population. 27 plus 25, 22, 26, 21, 19, 28, 19, 28, 23, 26, 24, 26 plus 22 plus 25, 18, 21, 24, 16, 17, 28, 24, 2, 5, 3. 4, 5, 3 is our total number of persons in 20 days, and N we have 20 days. So the values will be 22.6 6 pi is our population mean. Now we have to find out our sample mean. To find out our sample mean, we have to find out x bar. X bar is more or less same. Calculation x bar is for the first 5 sample, we will find out our sample mean into that means x bar 1. That means for the first 5 sample, we'll calculate it equal to x divided by 9. It will be small 9 because we will calculate sample. So x bar equal to first 5 sample is 27 plus 25 plus 22 plus 26. Sorry. 26 plus 21 by 5 because our sample size is 5 here. So after calculation, the desired result will be there. 27 plus 25 plus 22 plus 26 plus 21 5 24.2. Again, we can find out sample for the second or last 5 sample. For first 5 sample. For last 5 sample. We will also ask to or record to find out sampling for the second 5 samples. It is the last 5 samples. So we have to find out last 5 samples here. And this is a calculation. So we may hand it to X bar. Then we have X. So in case of last 5 sample, we have to find out. Yeah, we should use 2 because sample 2. We have to find out last 5 sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means from 24 we should start. 24 plus 16 plus 17 plus 28 plus 24 by 5. So the result will be our sample mean. So 24 plus 16 plus 17 plus 28 plus 24. 21 plus 0.8. So this is our sample mean for the last 5 samples. So what is sampling? Sampling are for first 5 samples, sampling it was. As we have 2 requirements, so for first 5 sample, for first 5 sample, first 5 sample, the sampling error will be x bar minus mu. So x bar 1 So now we have to find out. For example, we have 24.2 minus population minus 22.65. So what will be our sample mean? 4.2 minus 22.65. 1.55. Last 5 samples. We're computing sampling errors. So having a sampling error, and now we need to find out sampling. For last 5 samples, that will be. This is we have name, and we should also have. We should also have. Expert 2 because expert 2 because this expert 2 we have here. So right now we should put value. It can be positive or negatives for your current information. I am recalling again 21.8 minus 22.65. So sampling error should be 21.8, 22.65 minus 8.5. So this is our sampling error. So sampling error for first 5 sample is 1.85 and for last 5 sample is 1.8. So sampling error will not represent your actual scenario. It is divided in some words that representing that are showing here that this is showing here that if you take any specific sample, that will not represent our population. And what percentage or in what extent it will be distributed will be determined by standard deviation. So this is all about sampling error in other words. Thank you.